In a small Australian town, a family stops their road trip to get gas for their RV. Peter makes his stepdaughter Bella and his son Samuel go for a walk to get some exercise. Bella ends up at the town fair and meets Dennis, an artist who sells his drawings. Bella likes his art, but a police officer interrupts them and makes Dennis leave because he doesn't have permission for a booth. At the same time, Vanessa meets her boyfriend Jackson to say she's going to have a baby. Jackson is really happy and tells his rugby team friends. All of a sudden, a loud noise hurts everyone's ears and Vanessa figures out it's coming from her car radio, so she turns off the car. That evening, the rugby game starts and most townspeople go to see it. It's obvious there's some bad feelings between players Jackson and Matt. Peter's family is still there because they can't find Bella, so he tells Samuel and his wife Jenny to wait at the RV while he searches. Finally, he finds Bella at the rugby game and gets angry at her for not being with the family, but Bella doesn't care. Suddenly the stadium loses power, and explosions can be heard far away as bright lights show up in the sky. The yellow lights get closer and turn out to be alien spacecraft, which start shooting all over the small town. People run away scared, but not everyone survives, and soon there are dead bodies. Bella tries to get away, but gets knocked down. Luckily, Matt's brother-in-law Marcus sees her and runs to help her. They barely start moving before Bella is found by her dad, so Marcus is left by himself. Right then the aliens land on Earth, and they shoot at the townspeople, walking around while the ships in the sky keep giving support. They also grab some humans and pull them away by the hair. Matt's wife Amelia sees that her mom is being taken and wants to help her, but it's too risky, so Matt pulls her away to go help Marcus. Some men try throwing stuff at the aliens, but regular objects do nothing against the armor, and the aliens just keep shooting. The police try shooting too, but it doesn't work. As explosions happen everywhere, Bella and Peter get to their RV. Bella sees Marcus and his family looking for shelter and calls them over. While the group runs to hide in the RV, Peter is worried because Samuel and Jenny still haven't come back and even thinks about searching for them. But Matt says they need to leave before they get killed. At the same time, a shot hits the top of the RV, proving his point. Cars are blowing up nearby, and Amelia sees Jackson and Vanessa, so she calls them to get in the RV too, while another team member gets killed. Jackson goes back to check on his friend, but it's too late, and Vanessa pulls him away. Once everyone is inside, Peter ignores the injured person at the window and drives away. He has to avoid lots of explosions, fires, running people, and falling structures, but finally the RV leaves town and drives through the countryside. Soon a spaceship starts chasing them, but thankfully the Air Force shows up and shoots the spaceship down. Matt gets out of the RV to look closer, but doesn't find any bodies, meaning the ship was a drone. Right then they see lights coming and get worried, but it's just a truck with Arnold and Dennis, who knows a place to hide. The vehicles leave together, and Dennis leads them to an old timber mill in the forest. The group settles in for the night, and agrees to decide what to do in the morning. The next morning, the group sees a huge spacecraft floating above the area. An argument starts about what to do, during which it's revealed Peter was in jail for 7 years, and was only let out a month ago. Some of the men want to leave, but they agree to stay one more day when Matt mentions he'll go to town to see if they can find their families. Dennis and Amelia go to town with Matt, and they start searching for supplies, quickly hiding when the spaceship flies by. Once it's gone, they keep moving and see that the aliens are gathering all the prisoners they took. The three follow them and find all the prisoners behind a laser wall that burns those who touch it. Amelia asks about her mother and learns she's already been taken away to a factory. Right then the aliens show up, so the three have to run away and hide in the tall grass while watching how a huge building lands on top of the town. Back in the house, the mood is getting tense, so Peter shows he has a gun to keep everyone calm. Right then the three come back and explain the aliens are taking humans into their factory like they were animals, which shows they are here to stay. Suddenly they see a light outside and realize the aliens followed the three when they ran back. Everyone rushes to hide as an alien comes inside and starts searching the house. Peter shoots it from behind, but his bullets don't even scratch the armor. The alien is about to shoot back, so Matt tackles it and starts fighting it after taking its weapon, only to be easily beaten. Vanessa grabs the alien's gun and shoots it, saving Matt just in time. At the same time, another alien reaches through the walls and grabs Dennis, trying to choke him. Arnold runs over and pulls at the alien's arm, making the wall and Dennis fall down with the alien. The others come out and hold the alien down while trying to beat it up, but a crowbar isn't enough. Peter asks them to hold his head out, and once the alien's neck is showing, he shoots it there to kill it. After that, they put the alien body in the truck, and Matt takes its helmet to try it on. It turns out the helmets detect anything alive, meaning a human is basically invisible if they hide among plants. The men who know how to shoot teach the rest of the group how to do it. That way they can use the guns from the 2 aliens they killed. By hiding in the forest, the group waits for aliens to come by and shoots them from far away, successfully bringing down their numbers. The more aliens they kill, the more guns they collect, letting them start attacking trucks carrying human prisoners to save them. Many of these survivors join their fight as well, and a community forms in the forest, where people work together to survive. As time goes by, Bella starts liking Dennis. But the huge spaceship never leaves town. One day, the aliens poison the water, so the community is forced to move to higher ground. By the time the aliens find their camp, everyone is already gone. The war against the aliens never stops, and both sides often lose people in battle. But the humans always keep going thanks to their trick of hiding among the plants. Hoping to scare the aliens, the humans begin putting the heads of their defeated enemies on sticks and bodies are hung from trees. 8 months later, Amelia and Matt are running through a field to escape from some alien spaceships. Suddenly, they hear a sound and find a wounded woman named Chloe pointing a gun at them. They explain they're here to help and calm her down, which helps Chloe share her story. The aliens did experiments on her and half the prisoners, while the other half is being made to work planting alien food. Chloe stole a glowing device before she escaped, and gives it to Amelia together with the gun. Right then, an alien reaches through the plants and captures Chloe, so the couple has no choice but to run. Another alien jumps out and grabs Matt by the neck, but it isn't wearing his helmet, so Amelia can hit it in the face and make it drop Matt. The couple keeps running and meets up with a team that is getting explosives ready. Soon the alien outpost blows up, bringing another victory for the humans. Before the group leaves, Amelia notices that the aliens are helping each other evacuate. After that, the group returns to the camp and learns that Jackson's team captured an alien, who was brought as a prisoner to get some answers. Peter and Amelia scold Bella and Marius for risking their lives just to capture an alien, but the teens are tired of being treated as children. When Matt mentions that the aliens are doing experiments on humans, Peter starts beating the prisoner up with such anger that the others have to stop him. Moments later, Amelia shows the alien the device she got from Chloe. The alien's finger activates it, and it shows a hologram, which explains how the aliens have been watching Earth for centuries. Suddenly, the device is turned off by Matt, and a frustrated Amelia rushes out of the tent. Meanwhile, Dennis shows Bella that he's burning all his money since it doesn't have value in the current world. Inspired by his thinking, Bella throws her phone into the fire too. Then Dennis gives her a portrait he made of her, and the two end up finding a private spot to do the dirty. Back to Matt, he tells the others what he saw in the hologram, and Peter decides it's time to kill the prisoner. Jackson protests because he still thinks they can use it for answers, but he's just pushed aside and Peter beats the alien up to death with unleashed fury. Sometime later, Matt announces that they're going back to the factory to rescue the remaining prisoners. Jackson is going, although Vanessa would prefer him to stay since the baby is coming soon. At the same time, Amelia leaves the camp alone and finds a farm where the aliens are keeping humans as slave workers. She carefully sneaks around and steals a crop before running into the forest, where she's blinded by a light. Back at the camp, Peter finds the drawings Dennis did of Bella and threatens him for showing interest in his daughter. The conversation is interrupted when Vanessa starts feeling contractions, so Peter takes her to a tent while Dennis rushes to get Jackson. He finds the team and gives them the news, causing Jackson to immediately run back. This gives away their location, and the aliens open fire on them. A gunfight starts, and the human team tries to hide, but many of their men quickly get wounded, including Matt. Marcus doesn't give up and keeps on shooting back, trying to buy time. Suddenly, a spaceship appears at the camp thanks to the tracker in the dead alien's armor. As the fire starts destroying their home and killing people, Peter, Bella, and other adults take Vanessa to the middle of the forest, where she keeps on screaming as she gives birth. A survivor thinks this will get the aliens' attention and grabs a tool to knock Vanessa out, but Peter stops him. Both men start fighting in the mud, and after lots of struggle, Peter ends up killing the man. Meanwhile, Bella helps Vanessa give birth to a beautiful baby girl, who Vanessa names Allison before passing out. Bella notices there's lots of blood coming out of Vanessa, and Peter rushes to do CPR, but it's too late and Vanessa dies of blood loss. Right then, the Australian army arrives and starts killing aliens to rescue both Matt's team and the few survivors left in camp. In just a few minutes, the soldiers take control of the area, and the humans are safe. Jackson manages to reach the forest, and clings to Vanessa's body as he apologizes for not being there for her. After that, the army takes the survivors away in their trucks. Major Davis explains they heard about a resistance group in the forest, and that's why they came. Apparently Matt's team is seen as heroes, and inspired the soldiers to keep fighting. By the time they get to the base, Matt is still unconscious, so he's left at the infirmary. The others bury all the bodies, and after taking a minute to grieve, Peter announces he wants to go back to find Jenny and Samuel. Amelia stops him, and promises they'll go to the factory later when they're better prepared. Davis overhears this, and takes them to see Colonel Grant, who shares what they know. The aliens have some kind of biological weapon, probably a toxin or disease designed to wipe humanity out. Intelligence indicates the weapon has been moved to Sydney, and the military is planning to attack to retrieve it. But they need a distraction. Grant asks Amelia's group to go with Davis, and attack the factory to be that distraction, which should go smoothly since they know the territory. Most of the group agrees to help, but Jackson quits. After saying goodbye to Matt, Amelia joins Davis and a few soldiers together with most of her team. Arnold wants to come, but he can't because of his broken arm. As the group makes their way to the small town, they find too many aliens patrolling the roads. They open fire to create smoke as a cover, and take a detour to the field to hide among the crops. Finally they find the factory, and see all the people being forced to work outside. A woman tries to escape, only to immediately be shot down. Among the workers, Peter sees Samuel and Jenny. Back at the base, Grant gets a worrying report. The Air Force is having trouble fighting the aliens in Sydney because there are more ships than expected. Another report tells her that the aliens are strengthening their strongholds in town, which makes Grant realize it's been a trap all along. The weapon was never moved. It's still in town waiting for the resistance to end them. Grant tells Jackson everything, and explains she can't send more soldiers because it would be fighting a lost battle. A desperate Jackson runs to the infirmary and throws water at Matt to tell him about the situation. Matt agrees they'll help, and before leaving, Jackson asks Arnold to take care of his daughter. After Jackson and Matt leave in a car, the soldiers see a red smoke that means the aliens have found them. Soon a gunfight begins as the creatures start advancing, killing any person that dares to fight back. At the same time in town, Davis's group starts running through the farm, and the aliens open fire on them. So a gunfight begins here as well. Amelia falls and for a second has trouble hearing, but seeing the others fight inspires her to keep going. Nearby, Matt hears the explosions and worries about Amelia, but Jackson reminds him their priority is to find the bioweapon. The two sneak inside the factory and immediately shoot down the alien, handling the control panel. As the prisoners panic, another alien fires at them, so Jackson shoots back while Matt tries to use the computer. He can't understand it, so in the end he shoots the control panel down before guiding the prisoners out. Jackson brings down the alien, then he sets up explosives all over the factory. Outside, Davis's team continues to fight against the guards, but things are started to get difficult when the aliens bring out a special cannon. Meanwhile, Matt comes across two more aliens and shoots the first one, but he runs out of bullets and has to hit the other to knock it down. Next he uses Chloe's device on the computer and learns that the aliens left their planet because it became a wasteland. The bioweapon is just standing there on the table, and Matt grabs it, only to be attacked by the alien that woke up. Matt distracts him by threatening to break the bioweapon and manages to knock it down again. Right then an alien that can speak English appears with a few guards, telling Matt to drop the weapon. But Matt threatens to break it instead, so the guards step back. The alien tells him that its people have learned from their mistake and won't destroy another planet, which is exactly what humans are doing to Earth. Right then Jackson opens fire, and Matt uses the distraction to run away. At the farm and the base, humans are getting overpowered and multiple people are hurt. Thankfully they manage to call for backup, and the Air Force arrives just in time to fight back. The spaceships get shot down, and the aliens on the ground get bombed, slowly bringing back hope for humans to win this fight. Davis uses the chance to attack the alien handling the cannon, only to be quickly overpowered and thrown on the ground. This is still enough of an opening for the slaves to rise up and join the fight even though they aren't armed. Chaos breaks out on the farm, and when the alien gets distracted, Davis gets on the cannon and kills it. Inside the factory, Matt manages to find a place to hide and discovers he's bleeding. He uses a radio to contact Amelia and tells her he'll stop the aliens with the explosives, but he'll die in the process. Amelia cries, and they exchange words of love before going back to the fight. Right then the aliens come after him, so Matt shoots at them to distract them before throwing the bioweapon at Jackson. Unfortunately, when Jackson jumps, he's shot down. Since Vanessa is gone, Jackson decides he'll detonate the explosives, so Matt grabs the bioweapon and starts running again. People keep dying all over the farm and the military base. Inside the factory, Jackson shoots at the aliens to buy time for Matt, and finally he detonates the explosives, making the factory go down in a huge explosion. Seeing this, the aliens surrender, and Peter and Bella can finally reunite with Jenny and Samuel. Amelia and Marcus stare at the explosion in tears, thinking Matt is gone. Later at the base, Grant announces the team in Sydney also won, so humans are starting to gain back some lands. Right then Amelia sees the bioweapon being passed by, and discovers Matt is alive. They have a warm reunion, but they also have to tell Arnold and the baby that Jackson is gone. Matt tells Amelia what he saw in the computer, so Amelia approaches an alien prisoner and cuts the ropes on its hands. Then she offers her hand, saying they should work together. The alien agrees to shake it, hoping for a better future for both races. Matt, Amelia, and most of their team then leaves with the military, ready to keep on fighting in other parts of the world.